Surah Yasin has a special place in the hearts of the believers around the world. And this is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had chose for this surah. Really, I would say that there's no other surah in the Quran that has that type of status, that type of feeling that people have in terms of clinging to this surah. Now that's because there are a number of ahadith related to the virtue of this surah. I'm just going to pause here for a second and make an important note, and that is that when it comes to the virtues of the surahs of the Quran in general, the surah, for the most part, these virtues are not authentic, okay? For the larger majority of them. But there are some surah about which we have specific statements from the Prophet ﷺ which are authentic. And one of those surahs is actually this surah, Surah Yasin, and that virtue is when the Prophet ﷺ says, "Iqra'u Yasin ala mawtakum." This is in Sunan Abi Dawud, and some of the scholars, they considered this hadith to be authentic. That go ahead and read the Surah Yasin, read Surah Yasin upon the people who are dying amidst you, people who are your relatives or your friends or family or anyone who happens to be close to you and he's dying before you, read to them Surah Yasin. The reason for that is because Surah Yasin actually has many meanings related to the Day of Judgment, and has many reminders that a believer needs throughout his life as well. And so this is one of those hadith. Yes, it's disputed. Some scholars, they say it's not authentic, others say it's authentic, but generally speaking, the fuqaha, the scholars of fiqh, they accept this and they encourage this practice as well. And there is another hadith as well, and that hadith is in Sahih Ibn Hibban. So according to Ibn Hibban, this hadith is authentic, and that hadith says, "Man qara'a Yasin fi laylatin ibtigha'a wajhillah ghufira lahu." Whoever reads Surah Yasin in one night and he's hoping for the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive him. Okay, so this is one of those hadith which is, again, it's not super strong in terms of its authenticity, but it is still an acceptable hadith according to Ibn Hibban at least. And last but not least, there is one more hadith which, again, some scholars have deemed authentic, others say it's not, and that hadith says that Yasin happens to be the heart of the Quran. But through these ahadith, although they remain disputed, we can generally come to a conclusion that there is some sort of virtue behind this surah, and through the fact that Allah gave this surah a special status in the hearts of the people around the globe. No matter where you go in the world, you'll hear people saying, read Yasin, read Yasin. And you have these little booklets in which they place Yasin as well, and they print them out literally in hundreds of thousands, if not millions, and they're distributed, and people read, and almost every person in specific cultures, they will memorize this surah as well. So this surah has that special closeness to the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.